Yes, Rasquez, you're painting a very unpleasant picture here. But I can say that the short time I've been here, I understand exactly what you're saying,
True.
and you have only brought it into a clearer light for me. I have seen the hustle in the street. I have seen the rush for money to get any bit of money, and I understand it. And I understand that you said the problem here is poverty, and the whatever Ghana is benefiting from the government or whoever is the benefit, it's not coming down to the people or
True.
improving conditions here.
True.
Is that what you are really saying? That
Yeah, natural.
yeah, and that as we know that the Lebanese and the Chinese have come into the country and they're supposed to be helping the people, but the rate of pay and the wages that they pay to set and run these manufacturers can't support the people. So it sounds like the government policy, and don't want to get anybody in trouble by talking about the government, but the government policy seems to be working very slowly, if at all. And I've heard people say that the Chinese coming in, and my point of view has been they're not coming in for the benefit of Ghanaian people,
No.
but they're coming in for the benefit of Chinese people.
True.
And this seems again that when I talk to some people here, even some businessmen, they're acting like there's a competition between what the European countries and white people usually have done, and that is to take the resources out of the country. And they seem to accept the Chinese, but it seems like the Chinese is doing the same thing. So, Rasquezi, could you address this for a few minutes before we end our good talk here?
Yeah. Well, it's been going on for a very long time. For a very long time. You see, and right now, the government, they've accepted it. But it shouldn't be accepted. Just like in Zimbabwe, Mugabe says that Zimbabwe is his country, and we really know how Zimbabweans really suffered, you see, before freedom was given to them. So there is no way he will make way for slavery again in his country. And some African leaders didn't understand Mugabe. You see, but in a way, Mugabe is trying to protect his land in a way, But just Babylon trying to create some impression that for we to see Mugabe as an evil man who is trying to bring poverty in his country and all them things there. You see, Ghana, we have so many things. I don't know of Zimbabwe really and other, but Ghana, we have so many minerals. You see, we can survive without this Chinese and this Lebanese and all. We can really survive. We have gold in our country. We have food. We have food. All type of nutritious food from the earth. We have it. We have timber. We have bamboo. We talk about the natural resources. We have so many things. So why still should we feel that we must take things from China, India, Lebanese, before we can live? You see, my mindset is that those things must be owned by the government. Yeah, if a Chinese has a factory, despite, and their priority is, they say they pay big tax to our government, so there is no way they shouldn't slave us. And they really slave us. If you go to the factories, they really slave the people. The black people who does all the nasty work, to do everything to make them happy. There is no way they benefit us, you see. And they use our natural resources to benefit their country. You see, And these issues are really disturbing because it's like we don't have a government. Yeah, it's like we don't have a government. Everybody's living by his own way of doing things. You see, despite we have constitution and we have laws in the country, but in some way they don't work because the people who must really enforce these laws are going against these laws, trying to cover up that it is right. So they're confusing the people. Our president Kwame Nkrumah, he never stayed so. Kwame Nkrumah was for the people. So when he's speaking to Ghanaians, he makes Ghanaians understand that these people, Lebanese, these Chinese people, they are not our people. They just come from some place to come and acquire what we have. So you have to be careful about. That's how Kwame Nkrumah speaks to us. See, but right now the leaders that we have don't talk to the people how they should. It's only when they want power, you see, the campaign time, that they go door to door to the people and make the people put them in power, vote for them. But after you vote for them, Jabo, trust me, they are like the slave masters. Yeah, the type of governance we have here is just like we are still in slavery because the government are not speaking for the people. They're not doing anything for the people. You see, they are comfortable with how the other people come to control our affairs. They are comfortable with the tin tomatoes that we eat instead of our own raw tomatoes. You see, and these things them are poison. So it's a type of things that are imported into this country. They are killing us. Especially the food, some type of food. You see, food and the drinks. See, the medications and all that. Because Africa, we have everything. When it comes to medication, our physicians are good with the herbs. You see, we have all those things. Sometimes man think about all these things and we see that it's really issue that should be really tackled. We should really tackle this issue. We people who really have Africa in our heart, you see, we have to really, because the leaders of Africa now, they've been bought. Yeah, our leaders have been bought, so they don't speak in favor of the people in Africa or our black people. They don't speak in favor of us, but every time is like we have to look up to the other world. We have to look up to them. You see, before we can survive. See, which is not good. And about the factory level, I really see that the government must have a factory that the people in the country will be employed, paid. You see, that we produce what we have, what we can produce. Yeah, but you see plenty youth going, they have just box on them and they'll be knocking the box. But I don't know whether that thing is in America. They're just looking for someone to shine the shoe for them. You see, they don't have no work, so they carry the box, they have their polish brush, their thread and everything inside. So they work in the communities. But those youth, they can make shoes, they can make footwear, so nice. So when we buy material, the government get a factory and buy materials for these youth then.
Yes, Kwesi, you have been very enlightening in our conversation, and we want to thank you so much, brother. Keep the faith and one love and unity, and of course, Rastafari to you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
But that's it.
Yeah.